Hello, my name is John Mosher, and I am here with Mosher's Records as well as WCUR 91.7. I am here with the amazing,
Tanukichan.
and this is.
Hi.
I am so glad to be with you today. How's the tour going? I know this is your first full-length tour that you are headlining by yourself. How's that compared to some of the other shows you've done?
It's been really fun so far. It's awesome because, a lot of people are stoked on the album, so the response is really fun, and we just have a blast. And, it feels really good.
And the album is GIZMO, which released when exactly?
In March?
In March?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So you were quick to get on the ball, get on rolling with the shows. This is the GIZMO full-length tour. Now, you have been on tour with The Drums and TV Girl. The Drums was last year, correct me if I'm wrong, and TV Girl was later last year as well, correct?
The Drums was maybe like 3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a little while ago.
Yeah, that was a little while ago.
Yeah.
How do you think being on tour with them kind of catapulted you, because they had a pretty big following at that time? That's right around when they were blowing up on that famous app TikTok.
Oh, nice. I think that helped just get the music out there, and also just helps to like play a lot of shows, just get better at what you do. And they're also really sweet, cool people, so.
Yeah, for sure. Now, transitioning into some of your inspirations, where do you gain a lot of your sound from?
I've listened to like a lot of like dad rock and like kind of like alternative stuff, and I think I've been drawing a lot from that for this record especially.
Is that where a lot of that loud reverb and noise comes from?
Yeah.
What are some of your like most well-recognized bands in your mind?
I definitely love Incubus a lot, and they've been like a big inspiration for this last album. I would say they're up there.
What got you into playing the bass? Because that's your main instrument.
Yeah.
Was it Incubus?
Well, I actually just started playing bass like for this tour.
Oh.
I played guitar like in the shows before, and I just like kind of wanted to play bass. It just sounded really fun, and I just got really stoked about it. So.
It's a very bass-heavy album too.
It is, yeah.
But it's a fun album. It's certainly a fun album. So how do you think GIZMO compares to other pieces of your work?
It's definitely a lot like louder and faster, and when I was doing this one, I think I kind of wanted to have songs that would be really fun to do live, and like Sundays has just a little bit more of a mellow kind of feel. I think a lot of slower songs, and so I wanted to have a bunch that were sort of just more like fun, like just like jump around,
Definitely.
Yeah.
How does being from the Bay Area affect how your music is kind of shaped? Because I know from being on the East Coast here at Westchester, our music definitely isn't the same as it is over on the West Coast, and there's just a lot of different variants in the underground music that we have here compared to where you guys are at, and just how is being in that area shaped how you have made your music?
Yeah, well, I guess obviously like just the people I work with are people I've met, just through friends, so that's huge. And I also think just like, it's always sunny over there, I think that kind of seeps in. There aren't really like, especially there's been a drought for a long time, so yeah, there's just this sort of like constantly sunny kind of like, I don't know if it's eerie, but it's like, I don't know, it's a different kind of vibe. I feel like that probably finds its way in there.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think over on the East Coast here, unless you're up in Portland on the West Coast, you're pretty gloomy here, and I think that shapes a lot of people's moods and their music types. But over in California, you don't hear much about the rain, so
Yeah.
I think that's certainly a good aspect of your music. It's fun. It's like you said, you want to jump around when you listen to it, and I think that's certainly going to happen. Have you had any mosh pits on your tours yet?
No mosh pits. Yeah. Not yet.
Not yet. Maybe Johnny Brenda's is going to be a bit different. How are the cheesesteaks here in Philadelphia? We were talking a little bit about the cheesesteaks before the interview, and I'm just curious, how do you fare with cheesesteaks?
They're delicious. I like them a lot. Just cheese whiz.
Oh, you like the whiz?
Go with the whiz, yeah.
Go with the whiz.
Yeah.
So, one last thing, just to wrap it up, I guess. If there were one pedal that you could use and you would never be able to use another pedal, because pedals are very important to your music, what pedal are you going with?
The Turbo Rat distortion pedal.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
It basically just has like a filter and a distortion and a volume. And that's it. But it sounds really good.
So keep it simple is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to say before we wrap up here? Any final remarks?
Not really.
Well, you can stream GIZMO now on any streaming platform or on the radio station because it is on our automation system. So if you are listening to 91.7 WCUR FM, you may hear Tanukichan and her amazing music. Thank you guys so much for listening. This was Mosher's Records on 91.7 WCUR FM, and this is
Tanukichan.